Streamers, it's not enough just to hit the go live button and play your game. You've got to find ways to reach out to your audience and get them interacting with your live stream. It's what separates watching a YouTube video from really being a part of a Twitch or live streaming experience. Well, as an OBSBOT official ambassador, they sent me a Tiny 3 and tasked me with ways to do just that. In this video, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to hone in on those features that we can use as live streamers to really press that interactivity and get your chat involved. And you're not going to believe the price that you can get your own camera for. Let's get into it. Hello, my name is Wonderlust. Now, the OBSBOT Tiny 3 has a huge number of features, but I don't want to simply read through a specification sheet. I'm not sure that that really helps. What I do want to do is I want to find these features that we can actually use for an interactive live stream. I want to show you the ones that stand out to me and how we're going to use them on our Twitch channel, WonderlustRPG, and all the different interactivity things that we're going to be building over the next couple of months. Hopefully that'll inspire you to maybe do the same. We're really going to be focusing on 3 primary areas of the OBSBOT feature list. Okay, we have visual performance, which is huge when it comes to live streaming and webcams. We have advanced AI. The features here are absolutely killer. And the last one is going to be audio. What the OBSBOT Tiny 3 can do for your audio. That's right, a webcam that actually has usable audio. For live streaming, image quality is just not about how sharp my face looks or the image. The camera has to work in a brightly lit streaming setup, a darker room, close or far away, or moving around an interactive set. Now, OBSBOT cameras feature a larger sensor and give you a larger ISO range. This is going to allow you to have a reduced image noise. It's going to mean that uneven lighting or bright lighting, it's going to do better even in dim lighting. You know, if you're playing a scary game and you want that dim lighting to be atmospheric. They even use less power consumption, so they're going to stay cooler and they're going to last longer during your broadcast. Those 18-hour marathon streams, you won't have to worry about your webcam shutting off or getting too hot. Now, this makes a big difference to streamers, okay? Because if you stream in a room that has multiple colored lights, or maybe you don't have the brightest key lights or anything like that, listen, this camera is going to help you look your best. Uneven lighting, dim lighting, it's really going to come through and shine. Multiple lighting, or if you change lighting even, like the darker areas and the lighter areas, this gives you more features to really control that setup. Now, when it comes to the Tiny 3, we're working with 4K image resolution at 30 FPS or 1080p at 120 FPS. Now, even though your final broadcast may not be going out at 4K, having that extra resolution when you're doing different things or different interactivities can mean a lot, both to the image quality and if there's movement on the screen, it's going to be even better. If you're zooming in on stuff, or if you're moving around or using some of those really cool OBS tricks that we all know and love, this is going to help that look even better. In my experience, a camera that'll do 1080p at 120 FPS is going to capture all of those moments where I get really excited or get really scared or I'm moving and jumping around. It's going to capture all of those energetic reactions to what's happening in your game, including creating slow motion clips for some of the content later on after the live stream. You know, there's an idea of focus hunting too. It's where your camera has to like change the focus if you move in and out or closer or far away from a camera. Having a camera that focus hunts really quickly is important during a live stream because you just can't fix it in editing, right? So that camera needs to react immediately when I hold up an object or I move around the room, or when you're tracking something that's small and furry and running around. We'll talk more about that later. The goal is simply not to make the camera brighter, it's to match the look of the entire stream. If you have certain lighting in your room, right, or overlays or game capture, other cameras, you want everything to be able to be stylized to everything that's going on in your stream. OBSBOT lets that happen. Now there's so much there, and we're going to talk more about visual performance and how we're going to use it in our stream. But the second thing is advanced AI. I have never seen a camera do the types of things that this camera can do for the price that this camera does it. And I want to go through a couple of features here that are just amazing. Number one, camera tracking. The Tiny 3 physically pans, tilts, zooms, and frames the subject. It's not just a static camera that's moving digitally, it physically moves. And that's a huge difference when it comes to the way that stream looks. It's a professional level that we just don't see in every webcam. The camera can keep me visible and properly framed however I move around on the stream, whether I'm using a green screen or if you have a setup where you can see your actual room and you want to get up from your chair and walk around. In one of our examples, I'm going to show you how you can use that framing on a PNGTuber. That's right. With tracking, you can even better bring your PNGTuber to life, to puppet it in a more interesting way. One of the great things about it too is this only me tracking mode that it does. Let's say you have someone that comes in as a guest, or there's more than one person on your stream and you want it just to focus on you. Well, don't worry, you can do that. You can even set the AI to track an object, just that object. Or even if you're a musician and you're playing guitar or some kind of other instrument and your hand goes off the frame a little bit, it will even track the motion of your hand so that that doesn't happen. The object tracking with the AI on this camera is insane. OBSBOT allows you to draw a square, a box around the object that you want it to track. That means it just doesn't do human tracking, but it can track objects or animals. Imagine the live stream if it were not just following you, but something that you were doing. And although it's more of an audio feature, the OBSBOT Tiny 3 also offers voice tracking and voice locator. What that means is that it's using the microphones built into the camera to find where you're at. So if there's more than one person in the room, or you wanted to kind of go back and forth between whoever's talking, it will do that automatically in a very smooth, professional way. Now we have some amazing projects lined up to take advantage of this advanced AI, and we're going to go over what those projects are in just a moment. But before we do that, let's talk about audio. Like I said, the camera features very high quality microphones built into the camera itself. Now, audio is usually the weakest part of a webcam. Some webcams don't even include any kind of audio device built into it. But the Tiny 3 is unusual because its audio system is being presented as one of the primary features other than an emergency backup microphone. This is incredible. It uses one omnidirectional microphone built into it and two directional microphones built into it. The quality of those microphones meaning that you can use it as your normal mic if you wanted to. Or if you're doing some kind of other shot, you don't have to set up a separate microphone to follow you around the room. Now let's get right into the different ways that we're going to use the OBSBOT Tiny 3 in our personal setup. Number one, the first one is integration. I'm going to show you how you can take this camera, integrate it into your current OBS in your system, and what you can use it for if you're not sure what you can use it for. I want to walk you through setting it into OBS and some of the different modes that you can use and how to make those really show on stream. And then we're going to use some of those features to show you how you can attach a PNGTuber to the movement of the camera. Right? I love PNGTubers, but one of the things is they're so static oftentimes where their body doesn't move and it's just their mouth, or they're flashing when they talk. But what if we could attach that to a camera movement so that as you move, it gives you another way to puppet that PNGTuber to bring it more to life. Now, the next project we're going to use it for is one that I'm really excited for because it's one that my community has been asking for a long time, and that is a dog cam. We have a stream mascot named Moudi, and he's an in real life dog. And we created the mascot Moudi because the real life dog was just too active. He wouldn't sit still and he was just horrible on camera. But what if your camera had AI and would track the movement of your animal? Well, we're going to be setting up a Moudi Cam, and we're going to be setting up in a way that it's not permanent, that you can still move it around and put it into the best place possible. I'm going to show you how to do that. Speaking of AI features, that's not the only one we're going to use. In the next example, we're going to show you how to use something called desk mode to play a board game on stream with your chat. Using some custom-made interactions, we are going to set up a Heroes Quest game that chat can actually take place in. That's going to use the features desk mode, which automatically frames your desk and formats it for live streaming. I'm going to show you how to set that up, and we're even going to have some different camera angles to make it really interesting. The final way we're going to showcase some of these interactive elements of the camera is really special, because you see the OBSBOT Tiny 3 has a back end that makes it more than just an intelligent camera, but allows it to become part of the show. It has an SDK and an OSC support, which may allow camera actions to be connected to things like streamer.bot commands, to channel point rewards, or even game events. And we're going to use that to set up our very own version of iSpy, where we're going to ceiling mount our Tiny 3. We'll be able to set custom iSpy targets, and then chat's going to have to find them using commands to control where the camera looks. They can tilt, they can pan, they can zoom, they can move it around, and it's all controlled through chat commands. Now in the next video you're going to see from me, we're going to set it up, and I'm going to show you in my OBS how easy it is to integrate into your current system. We're going to put it in there. I'm going to show you all the easy ways to find the features that you need, and we're going to set it up so that you can see how you can take a simple PNGTuber, have it track the movements, so you get a better puppetry out of just a simple PNGTuber. I hope you found this video fun and informative. My name is WonderlustRPG. Give me some feedback down in the comments. Which one of the features would you be most excited for? Check out the price with the link in the description, and you may be able to save yourself a little bit of money with that link. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.